guys, welcome back to Star TV. On today's lovely episode, we're going to be talking about 5 signs that you are going through an ascension. Right before we get into today's lovely episode, make sure you guys like this video, drop a comment down below, let Star know what you think, and be sure to hit the bell down below. Turn on your post notifications so you will be notified each and every time Star posts a new video. So number 1, your current friends start to walk away from you. And you guys know, I always tell you that your relationships with people are seasonal. People are not going to be in your life forever, and not everybody has the calling and the anointing to do life with you in its entirety. Some people are here to be your friend, to encourage you, to uplift you, only for a certain amount of time. And who are we to question that when that is how God has written our story? That is what is written in our book, the book of life in heaven. Everybody is not meant to be with you forever. So sometimes when you are going through an ascension, when you are rising up gradually in life, when there are big blessings awaiting you, when you are about to be showcased and put on display, when God is taking you to your next level, sometimes people are going to walk out of your life. And you won't understand it. You might feel sad. You might feel down and depressed. It might even hurt your feelings. You might take months or years to even adjust to the absence of that person, still questioning why, what could you have done differently? But it's time for you to accept the fact that you are going through an ascension, and a lot of people have already played their part in your life, and it's time for them to go. And because you refuse to let these people go, they are walking away, because that is how it is written, and there is nothing that you can do. So it's time for all of us, let's stop holding grudges against friends that have walked away from us, friends who have not reached out. Let's stop being upset with them. Don't be disappointed. That's how your story is written. They played their part in your life and they walked away because their time has expired. You are going through an ascension. Not everybody is meant to come with you to your next level. Let's get into tip number 2. These are 5 signs you are going through an ascension. You are rising to the top, and you may not know it, you may not understand it, but here's sign number 2. People start randomly discouraging you to lower your self-esteem. And it's not one person, it's not 2, it's not 3. Sometimes it's a couple of people. Sometimes it's multiple people. Sometimes you will be so focused on your goals, you're getting your life together, you're working behind the scenes, you know that you are called to do big things, you know that this is your beginning season when you start off small, before you're all over and everybody knows about you, before you become that household name. Sometimes what the devil will do is he will send people in the form of family and friends to discourage you. So if they can find one little thing about you to talk about negatively, they will. People sometimes will talk about your appearance. They'll talk about how you look. They'll talk about your weight gain, but they won't talk about your mental health. They won't ask you how you're doing. They won't check in with you regularly. They won't ask you, how you're feeling, how's life treating you, right? Or even if you're a small girl, sometimes people will even talk about you being so thin and so skinny, not knowing maybe that girl has been in such a dark place that she can't eat. Or maybe she's been so down and depressed that she's been emotionally overeating. And instead of asking, what's wrong? Is everything okay upstairs? How's your mind? How's your thoughts, right? Instead of asking what's going on in the inside, they critique your outside. But at the end of the day, you have to realize we are not here to please people. And you have to be careful of even family members and friends who compare your journey to other people. And when you rise gradually in life, you will experience that. Like, you will have friends who have more than you, or God has elevated them, and you clap for them. But then you'll have family who will compare you to those friends, right? oh, well, she's at that level, by that age, you should be here, you should have this. Don't let that discourage you. You are on your journey. As long as you be happy for others, God will remember you. But be careful of people who randomly discourage you, people who find ways to put you down, people who only care about your external and not your internal. That's how you know you're rising. Why is everybody talking so bad about me? Why am I the topic of discussion? Why are people trying to put me down continuously? Why are they trying to sabotage me? Why is it always me? Babe, you're rising to the top, and they see that and they hate that. They don't want you to see what they see about you. So what do they have to do? They have to pick you apart in hopes to destroy you mentally. Do not let these people win. Number 3, you feel called to do bigger things. You feel a tug at your heart. And you guys, I have also gone through this. You ever sit around, I don't know whether you could be at work or whether you could be home, and you just think to yourself like, you know what? I know that I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. These people that work here, they're going to be here for the rest of their life. This is going to be their limited salary. This is their destiny, but this ain't my destiny. You ever felt like that? Like, I'm called to do big things, mighty things. I'm called to nations. I'm called, to do global things, to help people, to pray for people, to give back to the homeless, to build schools for blind children. Like, you just want to do big things, and you feel unsatisfied with where you're at, because that I know this is maybe, the beginning of my story, but this is not the end of my story. If you ever feel like you want more out of life, you feel like, I can't be working this job for the rest of my life, I'm not okay with this salary, I know that I'm called to more. Whether you want to start a business, or whether you want to buy a home, or whether you just want to move out of your current city, you will feel that tug on your heart. And that's a third sign that you are going through an ascension, because God is speaking to your soul. He's speaking to your soul and letting you know, I've called you for bigger things. Don't you dare limit yourself and think that it stops here. I'm giving you ideas, but I need you to be attentive. I need you to put in the work. I need you to come up with a plan. I need you to start that business. I need you to get on a plane and go overseas and start networking. I need you to leave that job. And if you don't leave that job, I'm going to get those people to make you leave, because you're going to be bigger than each and every one of them. They're going to stay there, but I'm calling you out of that place, because where I'm taking you, they cannot go. Where I'm taking you, you have no idea. And your enemies, their mouths will drop. You guys, don't ignore the signs. Stop thinking that it is impossible to be successful. Stop thinking that you have to take everybody with you throughout your life. You guys, just a short story. Yesterday, I was on the computer at home and I was doing my homework, and all of a sudden, I got a random call from one of my old friends from high school, and I haven't spoken to her in a while. So I pick up, I'm like, hello? Because, I never changed my number. And she's like, hey girl, I'm in the area, I'm at, my uncle's store. Where you live at again? I'm gonna pull up on you. And at first I'm like, I ain't speak to this girl's in like 3 years, whatever, because I'm not really used to anybody like pulling up on me, But she came to my house and we was having a very, a deep conversation, because she owns like 2 homes. She owns property, very successful, work from home, well-paying job. She's always been very intelligent. And so as we were talking, she started explaining about how she comes back to the city because she moved out of the city, and how different her friends act. And I thought to myself, wow, you know what? I'm going to put this in a video, because when you elevate and you come back to where you originally were from, the people that you grew up with, they won't receive you. Why? Because everybody won't be happy for you. When you're going through your ascension, they can't touch you. They wish they were on your level. So when you see them, they're not even able to receive you no more, because you are unrecognizable. They don't recognize who you are, because God has changed your destiny. He has changed your life, and people don't understand how you used to be around them, yet you surpassed them. when you are going through your ascension. Let's get into tip number 4. You feel unsatisfied by your current reality. You start to question your life. You sit here and you scroll on Instagram and you see everybody living luxurious and you think to yourself, you know what? I have a lot of ideas. I'm really into fashion. I like to create. I like to design. I'm into like beauty products. I see other people with their businesses, other people with their brands, but I know that I can start something. I know that what I'm doing now is temporary. It's a stepping stone to my next level. I'm not satisfied with the way my life is now. I'm not satisfied with watching other people succeed. I need to succeed. I want to do more. I know that I'm called to more. When you feel unsatisfied with your current reality, you can be grateful, but you are unsatisfied. You feel that tug on your heart that you need to propel forward. You need to start getting serious about your life. And I'm talking to all of us, myself included, because these years are flying you by. And I don't know about you guys, but Stargang, I'm ready to see all of us rise to the top. I'm ready to see all of us happy and all of us making it and all of us doing what we love. Because what does the Bible say? I will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. And that's my prayer for my life. I want my enemies to see me rise to the top. I want my enemies to see God bless me. I want to enjoy my blessings while being humble, but I want my enemies to not even recognize me 5 years from now. That's how much I want God to change my life. And that's how much I want you guys to experience God changing your life and making your dreams come true. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. 5 signs that you are going through an ascension. Do not fear change. Sometimes you need change in order to thrive. Sometimes you need change in order to be successful. It's time that we stop allowing fear to hold us back. Let's stop doubting ourselves. If you can imagine a beautiful future, then know that it is possible. It will be your present reality, and know that if you can see it, if you can dream it, and if you can believe it, it will be yours. I love you guys. This is Star TV. And until next time, Star will see you soon. Peace.